Hi, beautiful human. Welcome back to Reframe with Andrea. I'm your girl, Andrea Estrella. Can I ask you something? Have you ever looked at someone else's life and thought, why am I not there yet? Maybe healthier, um, maybe they're making more money, maybe their business is growing faster. Or maybe they just seem happier. Comparison has a sneaky way of burrowing through your mind and convincing us that everyone else is ahead of the game and I'm just falling behind. But today, I want to challenge that story. I've realized something very important. Comparison rarely, rarely begins with someone else. It usually begins with a thought. And those thoughts, I like to call them thought worms because they burrow their way into your mind. And, well, they sound like, you're behind. You'll never catch up. You should be further along. And honestly, the more that we feed those thoughts, the bigger they become. I've shared with you that I'm on a health journey. And honestly, sometimes there are days that I see other people's transformations, like they'll have before and after pictures. I see other people's success. And for just a moment, one of those thought worms begins to crawl in my mind. And some of those thought worms say things like, maybe you're not doing enough. Maybe you're moving too slow, despacito. But this is when I catch it. And what I've learned is that awareness is my superpower. Yes, indeed it is. I recently participated in a coaching session with two dear friends and mentors. And as we were helping this client explore patterns in her life, something unexpected happened. I started seeing myself, not because our situations were identical, but because I recognized a familiar pattern. Sometimes I eat, not because I'm hungry. Sometimes I just open the pantry or the refrigerator simply because it's there. And I've realized that sometimes it's out of boredom. Sometimes it's a habit because habits are hard to break. And I'm realizing that good habits can be easily as challenging to break. Um, if I'm being honest, sometimes I wonder if it's something deeper. Maybe I'm craving connection. Maybe I'm looking for comfort. Maybe I'm trying to fill a space that food wasn't meant to fill. I don't have every answer, but I do know this. Transformation doesn't happen when we judge ourselves. It's when we're willing to be curious, when we're willing to ask ourselves questions. And I found that this is why awareness matters so much and why it's so important. Awareness interrupts that autopilot. And you know, that autopilot, we wind up doing things. And then when we become self aware, we're like, what the heck am I doing? Why am I here? Why am I in front of the refrigerator? Why have I thought about on more than two occasions why maybe I shouldn't exercise today or why I should refrain from eating a whole pack of cookies, as an example. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's just noticing and noticing before comparison becomes your truth. I feel a sneeze coming on, so if I do, just know that it's coming. I just felt it in my nostrils. And also noticing before the old story writes yet another chapter of those things that you were practicing before. Not good enough, moving too slow, could do better. You know, those things, those thought worms. What if instead of asking, what's wrong with me? You ask the question, what am I really needing right now? Maybe it isn't food. Maybe it isn't scrolling through social media. Um, Maybe it also isn't buying something else that's going to sit in a closet and not get used. Maybe your soul is asking for rest, connection, purpose, joy, or compassion. This week, I would love if every time you notice yourself comparing, stop, take a deep breath in, and ask yourself, am I looking at their journey or forgetting how to honor my own? Here's a question for you. What thought worms keep showing up in your life? I'd love for you to share it below because when we bring our stories to light, they begin to lose their power little by little until they have no power at all. Those old thought worms, those old stories. If today's conversation helped you see yourself a little different, I'd love to invite you to continue this journey with me. Subscribe to my channel so we can keep reframing one story, one thought worm at a time. If someone came to mind as you were watching this video, share it with them. You never know how one conversation can change someone's perspective. And if you're ready to go deeper, to uncover the stories that have been shaping your life and begin intentionally creating a new one, I would be honored to walk alongside you. Visit innerjourneytransformation.com to learn about my coaching programs, guided meditation, and resources designed to help you transform from the inside out. I want you to remember this. Awareness opens the door. Intention walks you through it. Until next time, beautiful human, keep reframing your story, one thought at a time. See you in the next reframe.